afternoon to each of you, and thank you for being here. Just want to make sure you're, Mr. Red. Now,
yes, sir.
Your microphone's on now if you want to start.
Oh, it is on, isn't it? Okay, I didn't even hear myself. Good afternoon, Councilmember McDuffie. I want to thank you for making this stand and introducing this legislation on this strongly held American principles of equality and opportunity. Now, many of us claim to do so, but based on their bill introduction and voting records, but mere pontificators. In this forum, I come before the D.C. Council Judiciary Committee as an advocate for workers on behalf of the Employment Justice Center, with my personal testimony also of unpleasant experiences that bear witness regarding discrimination in this city. We want to ally with the council member and the co-sponsors on your aims to prevent discrimination against people with criminal records during the housing application process. Now, no one has to tell you that the obvious unjust elephant in the room is here, legal discrimination. Legal only because the very people who can make discrimination illegal don't. And those people are you. So efforts have been made to change that reality through this bill, B21-0706. The disproportionate impact on minorities makes this very clearly a civil rights issue and problem. For example, although black Americans make up less than 48% of this city's population, over 92% of those who were sentenced in the city by D.C. Superior Court were black American. Those whose overall rate of incarceration in D.C. is some 19 times greater than that of whites. Now, the scenarios around this issue are varied, but have more similarities than differences, especially in the one common denominator, and that's discrimination. So the question is usually put like this: I recently applied for an apartment and was rejected. And the reason they gave me was stated in one word: criminal. Now, I have a felony conviction. It's almost 10 years old. People will say, is this a form of discrimination? Well, of course we know it is. The answer is yes, but it's also legal. So we can only justify this un-American act by using fear as a basis. And if indeed anyone questions my commitment doing my part to advocate for this bill, just let it be known for the record that both in my professional capacity as an advocate for EJC and for Sincere 7, and my personal capacity as a seventh-year returned citizen, I work diligently with the allies of this bill to make sure that it passes and hopefully becomes stronger. Though I applaud your efforts in strengthening the concept of making housing opportunities available by adding an enforcement capacity through the Office of Human Rights, keep in mind that employers in the ban the box law, the employment ban the box law, found ways of circumventing the law, chiefly by ignoring it. So how do I know? Well, I know because I have a mandate here from the Office of Human Rights that sent it back to the city, and the city said, go and hire him. And the city ignored it. So with that said, I'm hoping that in this city state that we don't ignore the HRC, and this is where all your best intentions go to the garbage to die. So we don't want that to be the case. And I do understand that political interests often weaken the resolve when it comes to robust legislation, but in all of our support for B21-0706, Section 9, Parts 2 and 3 only maintain the status quo. Chairman, we believe that Section 2 is overbroad in its definition as consideration of an applicant's criminal history, quote unquote, is a problem. This section just allows the problem to persist. Part 3 fails to specify certain criminal convictions, which allow a housing provider to broad brush which crimes are qualifiers. And this is a clear example of defanging your best intentions. Chairman, I just want to thank you for introducing this, this legislation. These tactics of denial are commonly accepted as the norm, both locally and federally. and are routinely upheld by public opinion. But sometimes you have to go beyond that and do what's right, fair, and just for this time. And with regards to economic growth, public safety, and human rights,
Mr. Perry, I know you want to get to the end of
it benefits us all.
We have your written testimony, so I do
Bandbox.
appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for your testimony, Mr. Red.
Thank you.